Have you ever felt a pull towards something more? A sense that there's a deeper purpose to your existence, a hidden potential waiting to be unlocked? This feeling is the first whisper of what ancient traditions call the great work, or the Magnum Opus. It's not just a project. It's the ultimate journey of spiritual and personal transformation, a path that promises to turn the lead of ordinary consciousness into the gold of divine realization. Today, we're going to pull back the veil on this secret and sacred endeavor. So, what exactly is the great work? Imagine a sacred trilogy of wisdom. The final volume, the ultimate operational manual for life, is the great work itself. It's a synthesis of all esoteric disciplines, alchemy, astrology, and sacred ritual, all converging in perfect harmony. Its ultimate goal is profound: to reintegrate our fragmented selves back into unity with the divine source, to awaken the eternal spark of light that resides within each of us, and to transmute our very being into an incorruptible, radiant form. It is a dialogue not just with the world, but with the universe itself, a process undertaken in secret, in silence, and in light. At the heart of the great work lies the ancient art of alchemy. But we're not just talking about turning physical metals into gold. The alchemical process is a powerful metaphor for the transformation of our own consciousness. The famous motto is, "Solve et coagula," which means to dissolve and to unite. The goal? To create the legendary Philosopher's Stone, a substance representing perfected consciousness and spiritual attainment. This process unfolds in distinct stages, each with its own color and psychological meaning. It's a journey from darkness to light, from fragmentation to wholeness. The first stage is the nigredo, or the blackening. This is the starting point, the dark night of the soul. It symbolizes the dissolution of the ego, the confrontation with our shadows, our pride, and our attachments. It's the moment we allow our false identity to be broken down, to be dissolved, so that something new can be built from the ashes. In ritual, this is the phase of solve, the inner work. It involves deep meditation and introspection, courageously facing the parts of ourselves we often keep hidden. It's about clearing the ground before you can build the temple. After the darkness of nigredo comes the albedo, the whitening. This is the purification stage. Having broken down the old self, we now begin the process of washing away the impurities. Psychologically, this is about finding balance and resolving inner conflicts, the union of opposites within ourselves. Think of it as bridging the gap between your inner world and your outer actions, integrating your spiritual self with your material existence. Alchemists saw this as the delicate dance between elements like silver and gold, body and spirit. It's a phase of transmutation, where the raw material of our being is cleansed and prepared for the final glorious step. The final stage is the magnificent rubedo, or the reddening. This is the culmination of the entire process, the divine union, the sacred marriage. Here, the purified and separated elements of our being are brought back together into a new, higher form of unity. This is the spiritual rebirth, the resurrection of the perfected self. In ritual, this is the phase of coagula, or union, where we integrate the highest spiritual powers and archetypes into our being. The result of this union is the Philosopher's Stone, also called the child of the work. It's not something you find, but something that emerges from within, a new enlightened consciousness, a radiant three-in-one that shines with divine wisdom. The great work can also be seen as a journey through the 12 signs of the zodiac, a cosmic map leading to the realization of the stone. Each sign represents a stage of development, a lesson to be learned. The final stage associated with Pisces is called projection. This isn't just about achieving enlightenment for yourself. It's about radiating that light out into the world. It's the completion of the work through meaningful, radiant action, becoming a beacon of transformation for others. It's the ultimate expression of your perfected self, making a real impact on the world around you. The philosophical backbone for this entire process comes from Hermeticism, especially the wisdom of the legendary Emerald Tablet. The great work is often called the operation of the sun or the solar work. Here, the sun represents our higher self, the transfigured soul. Completing this work means aligning our personal will with the divine will, our small self with our cosmic self. The reward, as the texts say, is the glory of the whole world, an inner radiance that causes all darkness and obscurity to flee. This is why the founder of this tradition, Hermes, was called Trismegistus, or thrice greatest, for mastering the three great arts: alchemy, astrology, and theurgy, the art of divine ritual. Ultimately, the goal of the great work is Gnosis, a direct salvific knowledge of the divine. This isn't just intellectual belief. It's a profound, experiential understanding that liberates the soul from the limitations of ordinary existence and allows it to return to a state of ultimate unity. Sacred rituals and study become tools to climb a ladder of correspondence, ascending from the physical world through the emotional and intellectual planes all the way up to the divine mind. It's a journey of remembering our divine origin and reclaiming the light trapped within. The journey requires more than just personal effort. It requires a kind of divine permission. The ancient texts suggest that the will of the Cosmic Father is for humanity to know itself, to awaken, and to be saved. This sentiment is echoed in many spiritual paths, like Gurdjieff's work, which emphasizes intense self-study and inner search as the path to evolution. The final realization of the great work transforms an individual. You become a bearer of light, a living expression of divine wisdom, and a conscious dweller in the fullness of reality. You don't just find the light, you become the light. The great work is a lifelong, sacred calling. It is the path of turning your life into a masterpiece, of aligning the microcosm of your own being with the macrocosm of the universe. It is the journey of becoming who you were always meant to be. This is not a path for the faint of heart, but for those who hear the call. It is the most rewarding adventure one can ever undertake. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the Magnum Opus. If this exploration of ancient wisdom resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more journeys into the heart of mystery. We'd love to have you as part of our community of seekers. Until next time, stay curious and keep seeking the light.